Good morning, Xoli. So far, everything seems calm. You must remember that this particular healthcare center was one of those that was a hotspot in the province last week where we saw a lot of clashes. But this morning, everything seems relatively calm. The members of the union are peacefully marching outside of the gates, and it doesn't seem as if they're blockading anyone. I'm going to move out of shot so maybe you can, understand what I'm saying to you. They're peacefully marching outside here, which is a completely different picture to what we saw last week when we were in Pietermaritzburg. And this was also identified as one of the hotspot healthcare facilities where there were a lot of clashes. But I also want to bring in the regional secretary of the eThekwini region for Nehawu and just speak to him firstly about last week, that march that they had where they handed over a memorandum of demands to the MEC of Finance in the province, Peggy Nkonyeni, listing a number of demands. And amongst those, they mentioned the issue of the fact that they overworked, number one, and the working conditions, and also asking that those workers who were working during the COVID-19 pandemic also be absorbed into the system. I'll bring him in now and just speak to him about these issues. First, let's talk about that march that took place that we saw on Friday with your union. That I also saw a number of other unions that had joined in.
Thanks. Greetings to the viewers at home. No, that march also was very successful, and we were able to hand over our memorandum to the MEC. Part of the demands that were there in the memorandum was the issue of the high vacancy rate in the public service. As you would know, for a long time that the public service, there has been what we call a moratorium on the filling of vacant posts. So which means people who are resigning and people who are terminated are not being replaced. You will find that in the department where there used to be 10 or 8 people, now it's only 2 people that are working there, and they are highly overworked doing the work of more than 8 people. So that is what we are saying, that the public servants are not being treated fairly. They are overworked, underpaid, and undermined in the collective bargaining.
All right, and you've spoken about intensifying protest action this week. We know that this particular healthcare center was a hotspot last week. Speak to us about some of the other unions that have now joined in Nehawu strike action.
Yes, there has been a number of unions that have joined the strike action. I can mention SAPU and SAIPU, and there's also many others that have pledged solidarity with our strike, because we do understand that the struggle of workers in the public service and in general is not, it has no badge. It does not matter which union you are affiliated to. So that is what we are facing with. And this week, as we have had the leadership in the media briefing yesterday, we are going to intensify our action. And the leadership have spoken, and we will do as such. So what you saw last week were just showings. You are going to see the real strike that is going to take place this week.
Thank you very much. That is Prince Mtalani. I don't think I introduced him properly earlier. Prince Mtalani, who is the regional secretary of the eThekwini region for Nehawu, just speaking about the intensity of the strike as it enters week 2. Back